Hi, everyone. My name is Brooklyn Fahey, and I go to the University of Portland. I'm a sophomore, and today I'm so excited to present how to build a successful career as a servant leader. So, the first question that I really want to answer is, what is a servant leader? I'm going to be comparing two types of leaders today. One is a traditional leader, and the other one is a servant leader. What I want you to keep in mind when I describe these two types of leaders is one, a traditional leader is typically selfish, only cares about themselves, whereas a servant leader is selfless and cares about the group as a whole and the outcomes that they have. So traditionally, a traditional leader is seen to want to have rank and to obtain when they're leading their group. Whereas a servant leader sees leadership as an opportunity to serve others, which I think is super important. As a servant leader, you want to be able to use that opportunity to be able to serve others as a good thing and not as a rank of power. As well, a traditional leader measures success through output. So, what was the end goal? What was the outcome of serving the people? Whereas a servant leader measures success through growth and development. So, a servant leader sees what happened throughout the entire process. How did they get there? How did they grow? Maybe their outcome changed because they grew differently throughout the process. Another difference is a traditional leader speaks to the people they are serving, whereas a servant leader listens. And I think that's honestly super important. You don't want to speak at the people that you're leading. If you speak at the people you're leading, then that means you're at the top and they're seen as at the bottom. But if you're a servant leader and you listen to what people want, I feel that is super important. You're on the same level as them. Being a servant leader doesn't mean that you're higher or lower than anyone else. Everyone that you're serving is on the same level as you. And the final thing is a traditional leader believes it's all about them, whereas a servant leader understands it's not about them. This whole process is not about the servant leader, it's about the people they are serving. And the servant leader is there to guide them and teach them. And I also think this really speaks to how we can also have an impact in our communities. Later, I'm going to be talking about positive advocacy, and I think this is really important. It can be the positive leader, sorry, if we can be a positive leader that doesn't do the job for themselves, but to help others succeed, I think we'll be able to bring a positive impact to the community that you're trying to serve in a very selfless way. Next, I'm going to be talking about what qualities a servant leader needs. I have about 6 that I'm gonna share with you guys. The last one is gonna be very important. So the first one is listening. Like I said earlier, being able to listen to what people want, what people need, how they need to grow, I think is super important. 2 is empathy, being able to empathize with what the people you are serving are going through, what they need. 3 is awareness, awareness of your community, awareness of how they live their lives. 4 is conceptualization. And what this means is being able to take a look at the bigger picture. What do you need the outcome to be? And what can you do in the middle to like help everyone grow? A traditional leader will typically go day to day. And if you go day to day, you might not be able to get anywhere. You might just be stuck on those days. But if you can look at the bigger picture and kind of set a timeline of what you need to do, you'll be able to help grow in the middle. And the outcome is something that's going to come. 5 is commitment to the growth of people, being able to commit to people growing and learning. And 6, the final one that I think is super important is building a community. You can do this by providing ways to interact with people you are serving, such as maybe like holding community like events, being able to learn from people. This isn't just about people learning from you, it's also about learning from other people. And also being able to teach people how to contribute to the success as a community. You can have other people teach as well. You can have other people grow and learn, and maybe they'll also become leaders as well. The next topic is, who will you be serving? It really honestly depends on the type of leadership position you are in. But a couple examples that I have come up with is one, if someone needs a path to grow, a direction to go in, you can guide them in those directions. If someone wants to find a community, if they want to become a part of the community, how can you integrate them into that? Another one is if someone needs guidance, this could be as simple as career guidance, life guidance, maybe a guidance into a religion that they want to be in. And also maybe just guidance into finding people that they want to hang out with and a community that they want to be in. The next topic is, what does it look like? Leadership can look like a lot of things. It can be as simple as coaching others, teaching others, being accessible and helping people make smart, courageous decisions that steer them in the right direction, in the right path. Another one can be leaving a positive impact on others. Maybe people need to be uplifted. Maybe people need that positive advocacy that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. Maybe it's being able to inspire and motivate others. Another one is maybe helping people set a vision for their future. It could also be teaching people how to communicate simply, being able to, maybe they're going into a career, maybe how they can have interview skills, maybe how they can interact with coworkers. Another one is maybe just how to respect others. And finally, making good choices. I think that's a really important one when being a leader is how to teach others how to make good choices. And finally, I'm going to tie this into positive advocacy. If you are a servant leader who serves others in a selfless way, like I discussed earlier, then you will have the tools to advocate for other people in your community and to support others in a positive way. There's no correct way to be a leader, and a lot of examples I gave are correct ways. But getting to know your community is super important. And if you get to know them in a positive way, and you can also get to know them so that you can advocate for them, I think that is super important and super impactful to your community. As a final thank you, I just wanted to thank you guys for being a part of this journey with me. I think that due to COVID, we had this amazing opportunity come out of it. I don't think we would have been able to connect like this before. I have learned so much from you guys just from simply texting back and forth, and I'm excited to continue to connect with you guys, even though this video and project is going to be over soon. I think it's super important to have those relationships even when a project like this is over. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being open to this experience, and I'm excited for the future. Thank you.